Roll call.
Here.
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 Okay, everybody's present but Noel, and he couldn't make it due to his job. But he said he would make the next meeting. Is everybody, well, let's see, I think approve the agenda. I don't think we have anything to add, but motion to approve the agenda.
I make a motion we approve the agenda.
Okay, Billy made the motion. Have a second.
I'll second.
Stan, second. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Okay. Have you all had a chance to read the September 8th minutes? Any questions or any changes? No, if there's not, they'll be accepted as presented. Don't have any unfinished business, so Peggy on finance.
Okay, as you can see in your report, we ended September on a good note, a little over 3 million in cash, which I keep looking at that, and I keep going back and redoing, and I keep thinking, I've missed something somewhere, because I was gone for a while, so. But so far, it appears to be correct, and but we do have some fairly large payments going out this month and next, so I do expect it to go back down, but maybe it won't go back down as far, so.
Well, she said that last month too, and it come up instead of going down, so.
That's a good thing.
Yes, it is a good thing, but we're being really careful, and of course, that's what we're supposed to do as a board, handling city money, and I think everybody's doing a good job, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Suzanne, you don't have anything either?
Okay.
Do the alderman have anything? So we're gonna go through this pretty quick, because I don't have a whole lot. Just an update on some things that are going on, like the citywide cleanup. It was off a little bit this year, which is good. We had 40 loads of brush that the guys picked up and hauled off, and the sanitation department just took 24.5 tons to the landfill, so that's good, and we can keep doing that. And one reason the brush is down, we haven't had a lot of ice storms and wind and stuff like that, but that could change pretty quick. But anyway, that 40 loads of brush and 24.5 tons went to the landfill, so, and it went good. So no complaints on that I heard anyway. Okay, on the new building we're doing for the street and sanitation department, I'll give you an update on that. Last month we built a pad to put it on, and actually yesterday they started that. They poured the footing, and they've got it formed up, and it's ready to pour right now, but they said it would be Tuesday of next week before they poured it, and I'm assuming the reason it'll be next week, they're probably making arrangements for a pump truck to pump it, because that's 50 by 100 concrete slab, it's a pretty good sized slab. So anyway, next Tuesday they're going to pour it, so we'll be ready for the 50 by 100 red arm building. So that part is coming along real good. So, and it looks nice. And you're probably wondering, I wrote down salt. This is just for information that last year, and actually July or August, I think, which is an odd time of the year to be talking about chemicals for your streets and stuff, but last year, July or August, we spent $10,500 on salt treatment for the roads. Well, we had a pretty mild winter, so just for your information, that we're not going to have to buy any, and Carl seems to think we're in really good shape, so that's $10,000. That's part of the reason our financial report's doing really good, showing good. So, but anyway, and that's because we had a mild winter. So I think it was $10,500 that we spent on salt last year. But that's the reason it just says salt. That's to jog my memory, so I can remember what I'm talking about. This is part of the square project, and I'm going to talk about other parts of it too. But drilling, you know, since we had the guys from Kelly down here drilling on South Jefferson, we had to take water and electricity to the center of the square. And it's going overhead now with electric, and we didn't have water. But I had the guys to come up, and they bored, and they've already done it. They bored from the southeast inside corner of the square to the southeast outside corner, and they've got two sleeves. So all of our power and water will be underground inside a sleeve. So whoever is mayor 10, 20, 30 years from now, say if there's an issue, there's a sleeve and everything can be pulled from one point to the next. So, and I think that's the way to do things, you know, the proper way to do it. If you ever have problems, you've got access to all of it. So, and that's done, and I haven't got a bill on it, but that'll be part of our in-kind work. But there is two sleeves. If somebody asks what those orange things are on the square, it's just sleeves for water and electric. I hope we can maintain the water without having any issues, but they will be putting shut-offs on the outside and the inside in case there is issues in the future. So, and that is a concern. Hopefully it won't happen. There won't be any destruction. Okay, this is number 5 is bid for a street department building. We didn't have a meeting September the 29th, and we needed to get, or I felt like we needed to get a building material ordered and going, because it takes from 4 to 6 weeks to get the metal prefab, the red on for this building we was working on. So I called each one of them, but that's what this is. This is here. We need to. I called and got permission from you because it was $32,600 for the building. But anyway, I got permission from the board to go ahead and order the metal. But now then I'm coming back to the board to get it in the minutes to verify that that's the process we went through.
Yeah.
So,
And what was the company's name?
okay, we had White Industry with a bid of $33,311.
Over Willow.
And that was at Willow. And then we had the Missouri Metal Building, and they come in at $32,600. Now this is the red arm metal. And anyway, which was $711. And I called you and got permission back, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, like to get it in the minutes, you know, the way we get it in the minutes, we took a vote on it. And so anyway, I guess it'd be the best to ask for a motion to accept the bid from Missouri Metal, or whichever one you prefer, and then at the time you preferred Missouri Metal at $32,600. So I'd entertain that motion if you would.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we formally approve mayor's transaction to accept the low bid for the street department building.
Okay. And I did call all 4 and got permission from everybody. Noel's not here, but I did call him also. And but anyway, motion made. Do we have a second from one of you?
I'll second that motion.
Billy second. All in favor with an eye?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. And I called them just a few minutes ago, and they said it'd be about 4 weeks, or less. So we should have the building down here in 4 weeks or less. They said hopefully a little less than that, but next week we'll be ready, and it's not going to hurt the concrete to sit there and cure for a week or 2. So after it cures, we should be ready to go on that. We had talked about a long time ago about the fuel we have at the airport, and I was curious, how much do we sell? How much, what are we making? And so I asked Peggy that question a couple of weeks ago, and she looked it up, and we make about $9,000 a year on our fuel. So anyway, that was, I didn't know. I didn't know how much we sold, and actually, give or take, it's probably about a markup about $1 a gallon by having fuel at the airport. So we're selling about 9,000 gallons a year on the average. So anyway, I didn't realize how much we sold. So.
Yeah, we sell a lot.
Well, you know,
But anyway, and I'm glad we got it. And actually, I look for those numbers to come up because we got people flying in here now that are buying fuel and just they're landing, buying fuel, and then going on. So I look for those numbers to come up.
well, that doesn't sound.
Oh, they are
bad.
coming up.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I was just curious, and I asked Peggy about it, and she looked it up, and that's a pretty close guesstimate of what we average. So I thought that was interesting. We're advertising now for bids to put this building up, the metal building, and we'll open those bids the 27th. Is that right? The 27th. So, and that'll just be the labor to put the red iron up, red iron and metal up. So. And I'm sure this next one that I've got wrote down here, that was, I guess I should have amended the agenda. So I'm gonna go back because I did add this on there. I'm gonna ask for a motion to amend the agenda because I did add a couple of things on there.
I'll make a motion to amend the agenda.
Okay, there's a motion. Do we have a second on
I'll
that?
second that.
Stand second, all in favor?
Aye.
Because this is important, the square. I know everybody's getting a lot of questions on that. And because I am, and I'm sure y'all are from the outside, and they can range from trees or shrubs to can't get a big truck around the square to when is it going to get done. And I have the answers to all of them. Not really. But, and you know, everybody wants the square to look good. And, but anyway, I've got, by all means, don't leave it up to me to design shrubs or trees or something like that. But we are going to put that back. There will be greenscape, you know, and I have talked to an individual that's going to come and help design some landscaping for that, and I want it to look nice. And but there has been a lot of concern about tearing the trees out. Why do you do that? So and I understand that. But anyway, when we get done, we'll work really hard to make it look nice, and I think it will. I think we can make it look good.
I don't think it was any loss losing those Bradford pear trees
Well,
in the square.
Now you would have thought some of them.
Think so.
You would have thought some of them were made out of gold, but
Yeah,
but anyway.
we can come up with a lot better tree for that square than a Bradford pear.
But anyway,
It's obnoxious.
that is a concern, and that's all right. I agree with them in a way. I want it to be pretty, and they just wanted something there that, and you know, it's kind of a shock to the system whenever you go in there and take any kind of tree out. And no, it's not going to be a cedar tree. Another question. I called Brad at Dexter just within the last hour, and I said, Brad, we just got 2 guys up here. I'm getting a lot of questions. When's this going to be done? And I said, it concerns me too. I said, you know, Christmas is coming up. We got parades and stuff like that. And I said, are we going to get more than 2 guys up here? And I said, when are we looking to get this done? And I said, I'd like to see it done quick. And I said, you know, for the convenience of the people on the square, the businesses on the square. And he said, I'll have 2 to 3 more guys there Monday. And he said, I said, okay, what about a time frame? And he said, we better be done by the 1st of December. And that was his remark. We had better be done by the 1st of December, and that was pretty direct. So I hope that's right, and if that is the case, you know, of course, we all want to get it done to get the square open back up. And another thing is I hear, and I'm sure y'all do too, they talk about we can't get trucks around the square. Well, they're basing it on the way the cones are. The cones right now are, I agree with them, it does make it difficult about getting trucks around the square, but if somebody asked you the square from right now, from white line to white line, the parking is 34 feet. Okay, basically we're making the inside of the square ADA accessible, which we have to do that. So all we're adding is a 6-foot sidewalk on the outside of the inside of the square, if that makes any sense. But we're adding 6-foot sidewalk all the way around the inside of the square. So we're losing 6 feet. So we are choking it down from 34 feet to 28 feet. From white line to white line where, you know, where they're slanted to park.
Mhm.
So, but the little bump out, the little concrete bump out, appear that you're losing more, and I understand that. I mean, I understand just the appearance that, man, we're choking this down where they can't get around it. Well, and it does look that way, but they don't stick out as far as the white lines do. So,
It's kind of an illusion.
it really is. I mean, it appears that, you know, it's
Yeah.
sucking it in really tight. And that was a question that I posed to Anderson Engineering early on, and it was a concern of mine. I said, Andy, with Anderson Engineering, I said, we cannot have this concrete way out here like this. And he said, well, I think we got to do it for MoDOT. And I said, well, we need to suck it in some. And he did. Or we managed to get 3 feet taken off of each side and pull back in. So, and I'm sure thankful we did,
Yeah.
because MoDOT wanted us to do it. When the truth come out, MoDOT really wanted us to do that. But anyway, we got it accomplished, and so those little bump outs are 3 foot less than what they originally brought them to be. So I'm thankful for that. So anyway, I hope that's, you know, this project is something we have to do. I mean, we don't have a choice. We've got to make it ADA accessible, and anyway, that we have to do that. We're losing 6 foot, so yes, we are losing a little bit. Can trucks get around it? Yes, they can get around it. I mean, they supposedly used a computer programming deal to where it showed trucks going around and being able to do it on a computer programming, and then we took, you know, 3 foot less off of it. So that ought to give them even more room. So. And then the answer to the people concerned about greenery, we're gonna have just as much as we ever had. And we're gonna get rid of a crooked flagpole from the last tornado that we had. We're looking to get some new park benches, and we're gonna, and then there's other things after the project's done that we can probably spruce up the gazebo, hopefully, but we'll look at that on down the road. But this project right here, when I want it done because of the businesses on the square, it's inconvenient. But anyway, hopefully that'll give you some information to answer some of the questions that you might get, because I'm getting quite a few. And actually, once you explain it to them, everybody's been good with it. They just, you know, this is what we're going to do, and why we have to do it. So everybody that's been in here, we've had several to come in, and I show them the plan, share it with them, go over it with them, and they seem to be okay with it after we talk a little while. So, but anyway, hopefully that'll help answer a few questions out there. Pool payment. We have, I think, after this week, we'll have one more payment to make on the swimming pool, and that note will be completely gone. So this time next
Boy.
year, the pool will be totally paid off.
Okay.
So that's good news. That's a bond.
How much is that payment?
Pardon?
How much is that payment?
109 or 104?
No, the final payment will be 109.
109 on the final payment, so.
We just pay that
And we
annually?
paid it, yeah, we paid 100, we're getting ready to pay 107. It fluctuates a little bit on the interest.
I think, didn't you tell me we lay aside 12,500 a month?
Yes, yeah.
That's what we lay aside a month to meet that obligation,
Make a
but,
transfer every month, just so I'm ready for that.
That's good.
anyway,
Next year.
and we talked about that just a few months ago. Within a year, we'll resolve that bond issue, which is really good. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment, so. And then, we've got a couple other ones that we'll take care of in the next 2 or 3 years, so,
Yeah. I think this one's in 20, yeah, it was in 21, and then the other sewer bonds like 20 and 23.
mhm.
And I think the final one is in 30.
So we can eliminate 2 more of them in just a couple of years.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
I did talk to Cody Dalton, and there's a possibility that we can get, if we can get this project here done, which is CDBG money, there's about $750,000 that we might be eligible for, streets with CDBG money, but we gotta get this project done, and he indicated to me the more money that we can contribute to it as a city, the more points we'll get, and that's something that I want to shoot for, and I want to throw as much money that way as I can so we can get as many points as we can, because I would like to use $750,000 or close to $1 million on milling of streets and asphalt in the coming years, or a year and a half probably. But anyway, we got to get this project done before we can move on with any other CDBG grant money. So that's one reason I want this job done, so.
Well, I appreciate you calling him and holding his feet to the fire on this square project.
Yeah.
I think one of his problems, he just waited 3 weeks before he started, didn't he?
And yeah,
After his
Yeah.
scheduled start date.
yeah. But anyway, well, and then there were some COVID issues,
Yeah.
but anyway, he seemed to think that we can get this done by December, and but they're going to have to get more than 2 guys up here to get that accomplished. So I can't think of anything else that I might have, and I don't think we have anything for close, do we? Larry, did you have anything?
No, I don't. All's quiet.
Well, that's good news.
It is good news.
So if there's not anything else, if you guys don't have anything else, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
Keith, any of us?
I'll
Second?
second.
Yeah, everybody's in favor.
Hey,
Yeah.
I guess we could say it's on that